Our Jonathon Gregg has also witnessed that and joins us live in Sun Prairie to tell us more. The spirit of that town showed itself quickly.
Absolutely. Residents are understandably taken aback by the explosion. But one thing they are not surprised by how their neighbors have responded. The explosion Tuesday night.
You wake up in the morning and something so devastating happened.
Came out of nowhere.
Still a little bit in a shell shock.
The death of a Sun Prairie firefighter is unthinkable.
We will mourn for that firefighter and his family.
But everything that has happened since
mashed potatoes and gravy right here
is the order of any small town.
You would expect nothing less of a community like this.
The Prairie Diner sits near the highway.
We got the call about 7 o'clock that some of the aid workers were going to need some breakfast food.
But owner Josh Netz has been thinking about everything happening downtown.
Tried to get him the food around 9 o'clock as fast as we could.
In addition to serving the morning rush, Netz and his small staff
we had pancakes, eggs, sausage.
Made breakfast for the police, firefighters, and other relief workers stationed throughout the town. But they didn't do it alone.
We're a small place, so we didn't have enough stuff on hand to do it. So I believe Costco donated the actual food, and then they brought it to us. We got it prepared as fast as we could.
Additional volunteers picked up the food and delivered it to several emergency shelters.
He's the best brother guy I could ever had, that I never had. And he's a dang good cook.
Devastation matched equally by determination.
Well, everybody supports each other, knows one another, doing the best we can.
Ted, you're from a small town in Wisconsin. I'm from a small town in Iowa. This is how people respond during a tragedy. They get a stiff upper lip, and then they do what they can to help. Sun Prairie is no different. We're reporting live tonight. Jonathon Gregg, Fox 6 News.
It really is a special place. Jonathon, thank you.
When the bus shelter
I actually drove over here
at 6th and National,
and it's been really popular and really cool,
was turned into an open-air art gallery,
bringing kind of some community art into the public space.
It didn't mean the donated work
colorful setup
was free for the taking.
We obviously take it seriously. The police are going to take it seriously.
But the vinyl print titled Colorful Serape suffered the same fate as the Mona Lisa.
It was definitely shocking. I mean, I've never had anything like that happen to me.
The difference this time,
put up on July 30th, was taken down on September 10th.
The theft was captured on bus surveillance.
It is not necessarily the crime of the century. We understand that.
And not exactly a criminal mastermind, because
it was taken down by a man who, after he took it down, he got on our bus.
Our bus stop bandit caught a ride while the bus caught him on camera.
We do have him on video. You can see him very clearly.
The suspect bumbles to the front, and we have an even closer look.
We want to know why he did it. The whole thing's really strange.
And while the search continues, the artist will be selling the same print this weekend.
For the 5th Street Festival tomorrow, so I'm hoping to sell those pieces and add that money into the fund.
As for our Thomas Crown, he exited at Cesar Chavez and National, presumably to take care of his other affairs. In Milwaukee, Jonathon Gregg, Fox 6 News. Chances are, if you wake up to find something on your car windshield,
I haven't checked my car.
It's either benign
that is worse, yeah,
or a fine.
Well, he was like going up and down the street.
Such was not the case Thursday in Milwaukee.
Route 14.
Somewhere along Humboldt Avenue on the east side.
I got him today. Got him this season.
And without any discernible pattern, white envelopes
with a Brewers logo
showed up on better than a dozen car windshields.
I'm very intrigued.
Inside,
little message there.
A postcard from Thursday starting pitcher Chase Anderson.
I thought that was awesome.
And a 4-pack of tickets for a game in April.
So I came outside.
Adam Houchins says he caught a good doer in the act.
He saw me and he saw I had a Brewers hat and he was like, hey.
And Houchins was gifted his own envelope. Not every car
I did not. I wish I did.
Was so lucky. Tickets of another kind fluttered nearby.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, those suck.
We haven't ID'd the mysterious messenger, know exactly how many tickets were gifted,
Random act of kindness.
or even why this neighborhood was singled out.
They should do that all the time.
Maybe what's more important is how this good deed is making fans feel like they're the ones crossing home plate.
It feels good to actually feel like your baseball team is actually your team.
In Milwaukee, Jonathon Gregg, Fox 6 News. Be careful.
The rocks are getting larger
and watch your step
as you get closer to the path.
if you're running or walking near Kenosha's lakefront.
These are the largest rocks I've ever seen thrown up.
Because ankle breakers are everywhere.
Just over the weekend it happened.
Rocks and slabs of concrete.
So I wanted to come and see what it was like down here.
Lifelong resident Donna Josephwick says weekend waves did the heavy lifting.
Power, the power of it all.
A big enough deposit to reroute Marilee Lehman's morning.
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I'm down by the water. The camera is up on the bike trail, and the rocks were chucked farther than that.
Rocks are back from the shore, up over the embankment.
Parks Department has been clearing the mess ever since, brushing off the path as quickly as possible, using heavy machinery for the larger rocks.
Mother Nature can be a brutal force.
Yes, it can.
I've never seen it this bad.
However, as much force as the lake has, the Parks Department cleared the trails by Tuesday afternoon. Just don't go off-road.
Look at the size of them.
In Kenosha, Jonathon Gregg, Fox 6 News. On a busy stretch of Mitchell Street.
It's just a lot of trouble.
At the doorstep of a popular hangout.
Kids are going to come out here and they're going to repeat what they see on walls.
The wrong thing catches your eye.
I shouldn't do that.
Graffiti bookends
This library just got here.
this branch of the Milwaukee Public Library. Serena Korleski
Kind of ridiculous, it's out here in the open in the middle of an intersection.
is not impressed.
It sucks a lot, I don't really like seeing stuff like this around town, it's getting really bad. You see it everywhere.
And the high school senior can't help but guess those responsible are making a bad name for her fellow young people.
Of course, you can't stop anybody from doing it, but at least don't do it in areas where they're populated by young children, because then they're going to be influenced by what they see and think that that's cool and it's okay. It's not.
Milwaukee police count 3 male suspects tagging multiple buildings early Wednesday in the 900 block of West Mitchell.
Why would they tag a place where we really need, like a library?
Police figure each vandal is between 17 and 20 years old, which is old enough
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
to know how to count.
There's cameras everywhere.
At least 6, 7, or 8.
Not to mention who's always watching.
And it's across the street from a church, so.
In Milwaukee, Jonathon Gregg, Fox 6 News. There's not much left to say.
This is a very tight oval.
When the bikes do all the talking, except when you should mention what others might not expect.
And a lot of racing, probably half the racing we do is charity racing.
And we'll get to the cause just as soon.
I'm more scared of people hitting you or taking somebody out.
As Joey Haupt makes it to the main event.
Everyone wants to get a closer look.
On Sunday,
bond with each other.
Wilson Park brought back a sporting event that was put on ice more than 30 years ago. Motorcycle ice racing.
This is great. Isn't this awesome? Look, this is my friend Mark.
Oh, hello.
He's awesome too.
Haupt remembers those days, but only started racing his 125 Yamaha a few years ago.
Yeah, I learned when I was 50. They've got 1,000 modified sheet metal screws in the rear tire, about 800 ice racing screws in the front tire.
He competes in the 40s plus class and battled his way to the finals.
I started from the second row and fought back. It was totally awesome. It was so fun.
A feeling only made possible by this man.
The whole idea was everybody to just come out, have some fun.
Ron
and
Brudka.
Enjoy the races.
Planning the event, as it turns out, happened from Brudka's hospital bed.
I'm a cancer survivor, so the High Voltage Show is presenting these ice races and is a fundraiser for cancer research.
Entry fees and donations will go toward pancreatic cancer research, and the attendance
Yes, go! Yeah, buddy! Woo!
was far better,
I would guess several thousand people, which is
than Brudka ever expected.
Really incredible turnout.
As far as the finals,
in racing, it's called the main.
Number 50, Joey Haupt, ran into some trouble on turn 3.
And Joe followed his line right up the tree.
But says that matters much less when you think about what crossing the finish line really means.
Nobody got hurt.
For anyone fighting cancer.
We could do this every other week in Milwaukee. I wish we could. I wish we would.
At Wilson Park, Jonathon Gregg, FOX6 News.